Welcome to BCB Live. Yes, we are that safest station in the nation. Welcome to BCB Live, the safest station in the nation. You have Hard Hat, Drive Safe Dave, and Sir Rick here for you. Drive Safe Dave. Hard hat goes with the detour sign.
Well, you know what? The hard hat, basically, and as you're wearing a hat today, too, it's hats off to our drivers out there on National Appreciation, Driver Appreciation Week. And here's a tip to the hat to you. This is just to demonstrate we'll do it in any environment, everywhere, in any way to show you how much we love you out there. But yeah, Sir Rick, we got a detour sign.
Is that a coaster on your hat?
It is. I created this hat right here so it would demonstrate not only my love. Here, let me get a little closer so you can see my BCB Live emblem up here. There you go.
Hey, you know what? From a distance, you wouldn't be able to tell. I was looking
well,
at
I was trying to make it so it looked like.
You know what? I can't lie to my people. Drive Safe Dave. I'm one of them. I am one of them, coast to coast,
it's TV,
all over
dude.
the place.
It's TV. I'm just trying to create a little TV action, you know. Sometimes you got a little bit of that CGI going on.
Hey, Drive Safe Dave, we do have a guest on today, but before we get to the guest, before Drive Safe Dave, we even go to a commercial break, we're going to play some Jeopardy.
All right, I like Jeopardy.
So here's the deal. I need 5 people to have their hands raised. I know we'll probably get more. All right, so this is going out to the audience out there. Hey, raise your hand. Here's the deal. Our producer, Miss Kayla, is going to randomly choose 5 people, pure random. You know, but if you've made her mad, she probably won't choose you. But it's still, we call it random on that side. So we're going to choose who you are. Okay. And Drive Safe Dave, we're going to play a little Jeopardy today.
Woo!
And you have the opportunity to play for 5 people. They're going to share in the money, okay? So whatever Drive Safe Dave wins, if he wins anything, hey, we're going to share that amongst you. So you'll see some totals here. And Drive Safe Dave, I don't think you can see it, but it should be on the board for the drivers. Is it on the board? Let's see if we can see it up here on this board. There we go. So Drive Safe Dave, you have 3 options here, and you can choose all 3 of them. You have state highways for $500. You have history for $300. And Drive Safe Dave, you have acronyms. We all know how good you are at acronyms for $200. Drive Safe Dave, first of all, do we have 5 people chose? And who we got? Okay, right, Dave, that is some pressure. It's like a celebrity Jeopardy. You're playing for them, Drive Safe Dave.
I'll tell you what, I'll take history for $300, please.
All right, we're going history for $300. Do I just ask the question or do we flip it over?
You give me the answer, sir. I give it in a question format. It's Jeopardy.
Oh, wow, so I actually have to remember what the question was. All right, so Drive Safe Dave.
You just have to give the answer.
The Panama Canal was handed over to, the United States handed over the Panama Canal in what date to Panama?
On the exact day?
This is for $300. Just get me close to it, Drive Safe Dave. I'll even take the year.
Oh, you'll take the year? It was under Jimmy Carter. I'm going to go 1979.
Oh, you're so wrong. You're so wrong. But hey, Drive Safe Dave, actually not a bad guess. So I'm going to give you another shot. That's when the canal zone was no longer the canal zone, okay? But the Panama Canal itself was handed over from the United States to the Panamanians at what year, Drive Safe Dave? What date year? This is for $300. There you go. The words are there.
What date did the United States turn over the Panama Canal to Panama?
Yes.
It was decided in 79 probably, and it went over to them. I'm going to go 20 years. I'm going to go 99.
Bam! He got it. $300 to the people right there. It's December 31st, 1999. Drive Safe Dave.
There you go.
Good job on that. All right, here we go. So $300. Dave, you got some more money here. There's still $700 more out there to play.
Let's do state highways, 500.
Okay. I know Drive Safe Dave, you are a state highway guy, so here we go. What is the longest state highway in Maine?
I'm going to go the Kings Highway, Highway 1.
SR 41.
41. Oh, the U.S. Highway is 1. U.S. Highway is 1. Okay, sorry.
It's all right, sir. You know, that was a big dollar. Well, I expected you to get that.
Okay, sorry. Didn't do a lot of Maine driving, okay?
There's not many highways in there to choose from, Drive Safe.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
There's not too many to choose from.
Okay,
All right.
good.
So Drive Safe Days for $200. So that will give, if you win this, all of the listeners $100 apiece, Dave.
Okay, come on.
Can you do your part?
Come on, let's go.
Here we go. Drive Safe Dave, so acronyms for 200. Let's go.
What is the question?
Oh, we'll have to, here we go.
All right.
What does ATRI stand for?
I'm going to go the American Trucking Research Institute.
Hold on a second, Dave. I'm going to give you one more chance. You could be right or wrong. I'm not saying you were wrong, but say it one more time.
The American Transportation Research Institute.
Bam. There you go. Drive Safe Dave. Got it right. $500 going out to you. Dave, speaking of American Transportation Research Institute, we have Mr. Dan Murray on the show with us today. Coming up next, we're going to take a break, and maybe we'll have him back on. I know we're having some technical difficulties. Drive Safe, we may need that hard hat to go fix that up. Hey, congratulations to each and every one of you. Drive Safe, you just won them $100 a piece.
I like it.
$100 a piece. Drive Safe Dave playing for charity. We enjoy that. Drive Safe Dave, pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
Okay.
Break, and we're coming right back.
All right, we'll be right back.
All right, hey, check it out. Here we are live right here in Mansfield, Texas, our BCB Live studio. What I really love about this place right now are the endless opportunities, the endless ways that you can use this studio.
Hey, welcome back to the 2023 Pickle Parade.
BCB Live, we started out really focused on that transportation, that trucking only, talking about safety, making sure that we're giving that story about safety. We have the ability to do interviews, social media content, sales opportunities. What are you showcasing? What are you doing today that you've got to get that out? Welcome back to, there we are, to BCB Live. We have Mr. Dan Murray live with us here today. Dan, how you doing, sir?
Can you hear us? Dan, can you hear us?
We may have to do cue cards. Here you go. Hey,
can
Daniel,
you
maybe
see
you
me?
can hear
Can
us
you
on
see
that.
me?
Hey, Dave, let's just talk a little bit. Hey, so when we talk about the Autry, right? It's not Atry, it's Autry. So many things that our listeners out there can participate in. Dave, when our drivers out there see this right here, why does this even really concern them?
Man, I'll tell you what, this right here gives us a non-biased total research information so that not only the American Transportation and those guys over there in Congress can look at this and understand this isn't being forced by anybody, by no company or anything like that. And also, it goes out and it gets the real detailed information from all of us.
Yeah, and today, Drive Safe Dave, one of the things we're doing is we're trying to go out there and address the top transportation issues right now.
To the drivers, to the people in the industry. So they actually go out there, they try to find out, and what they do is they go to the people in the industry and ask them and if you've ever done the survey, I have, you get a number, you place the importance on each of the topics, and then they grade that importance that you give it, and everybody has a decision to make. So what is important to you? Because fuel might be the most important thing to you, Sir Rick.
Yep, so everybody goes back and you do that. Now the importance of our drivers doing that, Dave, let's just go to it, is that if you don't fill these out, we don't have good information. One of the greatest thing about these folks right here is that their information, their data, these surveys that are taken coming from drivers out there, hey, listen, Congress does listen to these. They use these things. Decisions are made on here. Dave, over the last 2 or 3 years, it's been truck parking.
It has been.
And I bet you it's number one again this year.
Yeah, I'm going to say it has a lot to do. But, you know, it was very interesting on there. I haven't done the survey, but I looked at some of the topics that were on there and what we've got going forward. And some of them are very interesting. And how important is detention? How important is
for sure.
the cost of materials? And by the way, Sir Rick, we haven't had, you know, over the last couple of years, it's really played a big part in that, hey, I can't get you the parts. Hey, that supply, you know, I can't get, those things are starting to become more and more relevant every day. When have we heard, hey, by the way, on national back order? How many times have we heard that?
Dave, you're not kidding on that. Here's some of the subjects or some of the topics that we can vote on. So you have autonomous trucks, you have truck parking, you have driver detention, nuclear verdict lawsuits, equipment parts shortages. You just brought that up. Hey, driver compensation. Who doesn't make enough money drive safe, Dave, right? Driver compensation's on there. Infrastructure and the funding of the infrastructure. Diesel technician shortage.
Yeah.
Right? And a driver or a owner-operator, they may complain about that, Dave, because...
Well, they gotta go get their truck fixed.
There you go.
I mean, if you don't have anybody to fix it, you're going to sit there for a long, long time. You got to wait your turn.
Independent contractor laws. Another one right there.
Wow.
Speed limiters, drive safe, Dave. That will probably hit the top of the list. One of the top, the driver shortage.
Absolutely.
Tolls on existing interstates. Wow. Right? I mean, hasn't that changed over the last decade?
Oh, my God. It's become, I would almost say it's become a burden upon the transportation industry because it's become privatized. And now it's out there just to make money. It doesn't actually go back to the cities anymore. And the states, it actually goes into somebody's pocket.
And Dave, even on that right there, I still think there's a lot of education. And maybe this is a reason why this needs to be voted in. Because when these things are a top three, Dave, well, it grabs the attention. Right now, I can tell you this, that shippers really don't even question this thing right now. That's not my issue. Remember, Dave, it wasn't long ago that tolls only existed in the Northeast.
That's right.
That was all you had them at, it just seemed like. Unless you had a load going to New York, nobody questioned the toll thing.
Or you ran across
Today,
PA.
Dave, I mean, we're in Texas.
Right.
Is there a toll here or there inside of Dallas-Fort Worth?
All over the place now.
All over the place.
Yeah, and it continues. That's what I'm saying. It continues to be privatized. People see the money you're able to make by going in and building these infrastructures and then using that money to make a lot of money. I'll tell you right now, and as we go and we talk about A-Tree, I want you to know this creates a voice. Because when you go out there and you say something and you do the survey as a driver, you get on there and you do the survey, you're creating a voice because I will tell you this, Congress listens because you're constituents. When you're out there telling them your major concern, they got to go out there and they got to fix those major concerns.
Yeah, speaking of some of these concerns, I will say this, that one of your associations, the Truckload Carriers Association, their call on Washington is next week, the 27th, I believe.
Right, absolutely.
They will be out there, and you know what? The folks from A-Tree will be out there with them.
That's correct.
Presenting this information, your information, and you've got to go to these websites. You have to sign up, and I say have because it is your accountability, your responsibility to tell America, to tell the industry, hey, what are your concerns? Is it marijuana use, Dave? That's the last one we have on there. Is it speed limiters? You know, you're going to have an opportunity to, and Dave, they do vary between independent contractors and company trucks. That's one of the things you'll ask or you'll answer on there is, are you a company driver or an owner-operator? Are you a dispatcher? What are you? Because it does affect, all these answers affect somebody else a little different.
Absolutely, and it's the viewpoint. And if you're a shipper, if you're a receiver, if you're a carrier, it all matters on how you look at it because we all have a different point of view, right? We're all looking for a different point of view, but it's very important that you go out there and you put your voice out there.
We need yours. We need yours, the truck drivers. Go on to the American Transportation Institute.
Research Institute.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Research Institute. There you go. I was trying to think through that. Glad I wasn't on Jeopardy today. And do me a favor, fill it out. Let us know. Let the industry know. Let Washington know what your concern is. Drive safe, Dave. concerns with weather. We see this hurricane beginning to pick up speed. It's not going 4 miles an hour anymore.
No, it's actually picking up speed. And look, Sir Rick, it's actually heading in toward that Maine. In between, look, you can see the eye of the hurricane east of that east of Boston, and then a little west of Nova Scotia. And it's gonna kind of come in there in Maine. They're getting prepared for it. They need to get prepared for it. But I will tell you, Sir Rick, it's going to hit about high tide. That's what they anticipate, and that's very serious because it can create a lot of flooding, and it can also create, because this low pressure has actually raised the water up and it's pushing it inland.
Wow.
And so you may have some flooding, you may have some low-lying areas, and they're bracing for a little bit of impact.
What kind of what category is it right now, Drive Safe?
It's a 2.
Is it a 2? Is it expected to be a 2 at landfall?
No, they don't anticipate. They think it's going to bleed out a little bit. As the friction hits the land, they think it's going to bleed out a little bit.
All right, Drive Safe Dave, weather appears to be cool again here.
We will see a little bit of normalization going back to our normal temperatures in the south around that 90 degree as we move through September for the closing out September. We see a normalization. You know, we're supposed to be in this southern region. We're supposed to be around that high 80, low 90. We're going to have that all next week, Sir Rick.
Man, amen. Drive Safe Dave. Hey, thanks for doing that for me. You know, I should have asked you earlier in the year when it was 114 degrees.
Normalize that.
Hey, normalize it for me, baby. Hey, congratulations to each and every one of you. Drive Safe Dave. Hey, thanks for playing Jeopardy today and winning some participants some extra cash. There are drivers out there in America, Drive Safe Dave. You just won some heroes some extra money. Great job. Great job to you. Make today a safe day as you go into the weekend, as you root for those Dallas Cowboys. Hey, drive safe and keep that space.
Absolutely. We'll see y'all next week right here on BCB Live.
Roll Tide.
The safest station in the nation.